Hello, it's me, the planet Earth. I'm really excited because there's a new board game about me. Hey Mars!
What?
There's a new board game about me.
Join the club, mate.
What do you mean?
I've got loads of board games made about me.
Oh. Hey Venus! Yes, they made a board game about me. Oh cool, I had a little dabble in board games myself. Well, that's an expansion, that doesn't count. What about Concordia, Venus?
Hey Earth, you do know that game isn't about you, right?
Yes it is.
No, it's about Earth. Like soil, dirt. You know, the brown stuff worms live in.
No, it's about me, the planet Earth. No, I played it. It's about dirt. I thought it was about me.
You think everything's about you, don't you? Just because you're the only planet in the known universe with life, you think you're so special.
Let's just talk about the game, shall we?
I've got life too, you know. You just ain't found it yet.
Earth, the soil that supports and sustains our beautiful planet, Earth. From the Earth comes the flora, which in turn supports the fauna. That's you. Yes, you watching this. You're a fauna. You parasite. Some of the fauna create the board games, which in turn support the people that talk about board games on the internet. That's me. I'm also a fauna. In the game Earth, you'll be playing as an island, playing flora cards into a 4x4 grid, trying to sprout greenery and attract fauna better than all the other islands. They say that no man is an island, so I guess this game is just for women and children. Earth features a chunky deck of 283 unique cards, comprised mostly of flora, but also a healthy amount of terrain cards and some event cards. Each player will get a player mat, an island card, a climate card, and an ecosystem. Want to have a Serengeti with an ice cap climate on the island of Jamaica? Go for it! I'm sure it'll be fine! Players will also receive 5 leaf tokens. 4 of them will go in these spots here, and the 5th one will sit by your player board, prompting every new player to ask, "Why isn't there a spot for this 5th one? That's really annoying. I hate this. Why is it like this? This game is trash. Let's play something else." Earth also comes with a list of video game-like achievements. Things like win the game with over 300 points, win the game with 7 or more terrain cards in your tableau, win the first game. Win the first game. So if you don't win your first game of Earth, you can never achieve this. Indeed, Earth is a harsh game. People tend to think of nature-themed games as calm and tranquil, but nature is a savage and harsh mistress. I'm here in nature. I'm cold, I'm hungry, things are biting me, and I've been here for 2 minutes. Where are you going? We're in nature. You're going to break the... We're in nature. We're in nature. On their turn, players will perform one of 4 actions, shown at the top of their player boards here. They'll perform the action and every other player will perform the same action, but a lesser version of it. This means Earth has very little downtime. On almost every turn there'll be something significant to do and interesting decisions to be made. The active player will use this marker so that everyone knows what's going on. You can either have the cute little fox, or I suppose you could have this landscape photo if you're a heartless monster. The fox really is the ideal choice for this marker. Did you know that aside from humans, foxes have the largest distribution of any land mammal, appearing in all terrain types and every continent aside from Antarctica? Why, there is a good chance you are in close proximity to a fox right now. There could be one in that very room. There could be one right behind you. Oh, it's not a fox, don't worry. It's just a snake. When in nature, survival is of the utmost importance. Your first priority is to secure shelter. Great, now I've got my shelter secure. The second priority, and this is vitally important, is somewhere to put your board games. So I've got a small calyx here. Obviously we can't take a complete collection with us, so I've just got some basic essentials necessary for survival. Now that we've got a roof over our heads and we've got our board games, our third priority is we must find a clean source of drinking water. So let's take a look at the 4 actions. Planting. The first action is planting. Now I'm no gardener, but I think I know how to plant a plant. Taking the plant action allows you to plant cards. Every card costs a certain amount of soil, but nets you a certain amount of victory points. Like this dahlia, for example, that costs 0 soil and gets you 0 victory points. That's a really bad example. Plants come in 4 variations. Trees, bushes, herbs, mushrooms. Because there's not mushroom in here. I'm a fun guy. These plant categories, along with habitat icons, will come into play when meeting certain scoring criteria. And you won't need to remember the names of them. This one is usually just referred to as the spiky one. That one. Shrub? Pretty sure it was shrub. Terrain cards, which are typically used for extra scoring, are planted on your island the same way as flora. I'm planting a river on my island. I'm planting a flat land on my island. I'm planting a circumpolar barren land on my island. What does circumpolar mean? I don't know! I'm planting a gigantic island on my island. Composting. The second action is composting, where we take the soil that we need for our plants, because as we all know, plants love soil. As well as collecting soil, you'll throw a couple of cards onto your personal compost pile. Every card in this pile is worth 1 point at the end of the game. 1 stinking, rotting point. Watering. Now I'm no gardener, but even I know if there's one thing plants hate, it's water. Huh? They love water. If there's one thing plants love, it's water! The watering action will cause your flora to sprout. Each of these squares represents a potential sprouting spot that can be occupied by one of these sprout cubes. Cubes! The most organic shape of all. Cubes! Growing. What's a funny visual way I can show the plant growing? These stackable components, complete with canopies to top them off, represent the growth of your flora. They'll stack up on your cards, pleasingly taking your tableau into the 3rd dimension. Piling up your growth along with the sprout cubes adds an extra layer of dexterity to an already fairly involved game. And who doesn't love that? People without hands, that's who. You ever think about them? No, you only think about yourself, don't you? Typical fauna. The tallest growth spot in the game is the giant sequoia at 8. But what kind of internet board game person would I be if I didn't at least try to get a little bit higher? 1, 2... Okay, we're at 8 now and it's already feeling a bit precarious. I thought this was going to be easy, it's not. That was pathetic. I'm trying again. I'm not counting anymore. I don't know how many that is. 4. At any time on their turn, players can play event cards. These event cards constitute natural phenomena which may be anything from a cheeky little rainbow to the impending doom of an asteroid. These cards often grant substantial boons, but at the cost of negative victory points. If I start a wildfire, I'll lose 6 sprouts, but I do get to draw 6 cards.
I barely escaped with my life. Hundreds of animals were killed. The loss of life is immeasurable. But I do get to draw 6 cards. Oh, these are rubbish!
The flora all have colour-coded abilities. Let's say I take the composting action, the red action. Going from top to bottom, left to right, I get to activate every red ability on all of my flora, as does every other player. On their flora, not on my flora. That would be silly. Before you know it, your island has turned into a dynamic flora-powered engine that's going to rocket you to victory, even on other people's turns. This will bring into play the positioning of your flora. From the first card you play, you can branch out in any way you see fit. You'll want your abilities to trigger in the most beneficial order, and you'll likely have scoring criteria to consider as well. Surely there is more to this game than simply flora. As a proud member of the fauna community, I don't feel this game is doing enough to represent me. Fear not, for where there is flora, fauna is no doubt close behind. This is the fauna board. Each game 4 fauna cards will be in play. There's flappy fauna, fluffy fauna, and even froggy fauna. These fauna will have specific requirements about the flora on your island, and if you meet those requirements, the fauna will come give your island a visit. You'll place one of your leaves next to it, and the player that gets there first will score the most points. Okay there, buddy. We need to find you somewhere to live, don't we? How about that nice looking jungle over there? What do you think of that?
No, I want bushes.
You want bushes?
I want somewhere with at least 4 bushes.
Oh. Well, I suppose there is that spot over there.
4 bushes! I want to go there! Yay! Yay! 4 bushes!
And the tiger did frolic amongst the bushes for the rest of his days.
Each player will be dealing with 3 ecosystems, 2 shared between players and 1 individual to them. The ecosystems in combination with the fauna ensure that no 2 games of Earth are ever alike. Indeed, the back of the box boasts 25,600 possible starting setups. Welcome to nature's diversity. Wow! You're never going to need another board game ever again! Yeah, who are we kidding? You're a person watching a video about a board game on the internet. You probably bought 3 games since the start of the video, didn't you? You. So we're all planting flora, everybody's having fun. No, this is a board game. It's not supposed to be fun. Make no mistake, Earth is a cutthroat survival of the fittest, plant cards or go home battle to the death. You see, when taking the planting action, the active player will plant 2 cards and every other player just 1. It's very easy to sit back, collect soil, grow your sprouts and just plant on other people's turns, but you'll soon find the game is about to end and you're only halfway done. Earth is a race. And they are off, planting happening straight away on all the islands, flora getting on the board, some growth happening over on Maria Island thanks to their 2+ growth ability, some sprouting happening over at La Palomar, and Jamaica has just attracted their first fauna, the wild boar with 4 mushrooms. La Palomar closely following behind, but Santorini has just attracted the green iguana. The green iguana, according to the card, has 3 eyes. Did you know that? 3 eyes that Maria needs to keep on the prize because they are lagging behind. And La Palomar has done it. 16 flora on the board. It's over. It's over. The other islands desperately trying to catch up, but Jamaica is coming in too fast. They're spinning out of control. They've crashed in. The other islands behind. It's a pile-up. Everything's on fire. There are sprouts, growth everywhere. The leopard is eating the iguana. Oh, the humanity. A terrible tragedy. What a tragic day for sports fans everywhere. At the end of the game, you will be scoring for your flora, your event cards, terrain cards, ecosystems, growth, sprouts, fauna, and your compost pile. With so many avenues for scoring, no one can ever be quite clear on who's going to win, ensuring Earth always has a tense and exciting finish, with the player that triggered the end placing their final leaf here for 7 points. Oh, that's why it gives you 5 leaves. It still would have been nice to have somewhere to put it though. And yeah, I know they say you can use it here to mark which action's happening, but no one does that. That's stupid, come on. Earth is an awesome board game. It's super fun and plays well at all player counts, but for my money really shines at 4 to 5 players where you're forced to be really efficient with your turns. Earth feels like a complete package and is an incredible achievement, taking our planet in all its majesty, in all its grandeur, its many life forms, its many biomes, and condensing it all into a single deck of cards. Quiet fish.
So that was the game, Earth. What a Great game. Are you all right there, Earth? You're looking a little under the weather. I'm just having a little global warming, that's all.
Don't look now, but my guys are attacking your guys.
What? You don't have guys?
I do. I told you I have life. You just didn't believe me.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Maybe if your guys weren't spending so much time playing board games, they'd know how to defend themselves.
Ow! Ooh! Venus, help me! Oh, look at that! Turns out I have guys too. Ow! Oh! This isn't helping! Sorry. Ah!
Whoa.
Oh gosh, my bad. Apparently I have guys too and they built a massive laser.